Hey guys, I am filming a ton of videos today, so I'm sorry if you're sick of seeing me in this outfit, but today I want to do a really quick video on comparing all of the cruise lines. So now, remind you, I have not been on a cruise yet. I do have a Norwegian cruise booked. I do have a Royal Caribbean cruise booked, and I do have a Disney cruise that I want to take, but I'm not quite sure if we will, but I know which one we would take. So I can sell a lot of cruise lines, Princess, Holland, MSC, Carnival, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, and Disney. However, I've only sold Carnival, Disney, Norwegian, and Royal Caribbean. So first things first, do I think a Disney cruise is worth it? I will say that for my personal family, we looked at a Disney cruise. It was a 4-night cruise. It was going from Port Canaveral to Nassau to their private island and back home, and you had a day at sea.
What's Nassau?
Bahamas. Oh. We looked at Royal Caribbean and it was $5,000. Now, with Disney, you do get the characters, you do get all the meals besides Paulo, so you do get
free soft serve ice cream.
Most cruise lines are that way, Aubrey.
No.
And you do get, oh my God, soft drinks included.
What a potato.
So $5,000. Then there's Royal Caribbean. We looked at the same exact itinerary, same dates, everything. You get to go to their private island. One room, because Trevor is considered an adult there, so like a room that we priced with Jeff and Trevor with like, it was like a 30% off everybody, and you got a little bit of an onboard credit. It was $987 for them. And then it was $1,100 for myself, Aubrey, Ellie, and Casey, because they were all under 12 from when we were looking for the cruise. And so that room was $1,100. So $2,100 versus $5,000. This one, we do have to buy a drink package. I'm not actually sure how much the drink package is off the top of my head. I know that it's $44 for my cruise in Norwegian. So Aubrey, what's 44 times 6?
4 times 6 is 24, so you add a 0, that's 240. 4 times 6 is 24. I think 264.
So 260 plus 2,100, so let's say 2,400. Is that right? 2,400 versus 564. Yeah, okay. So 5,000, 2,500, half off if comparing apples to apples. So I have a very hard time paying for Disney, knowing that I could take 2 cruises on Royal Caribbean. It's just a fact of the matter. So I will take a Disney cruise just to say I did it. However, I'm not sure if it's something that I would become a, platinum Castaway Key member. Maybe I would. Maybe I'd go there and think, yes, this is totally worth it, and I look at it as, I look at staying off-site and I look at staying on property, and, I go back and forth and I think that it's amazing, but it's not the same, because like I looked for a trip for us for this fall for Disney, and it was like, $558 to stay off-site versus, what was it? $800 to stay on-site, or yeah, it was it was $665 to stay on-site. So like, it's not that far away, you know what I mean? And like, then I have to pay to park at the parks, given I have to pay, $13 to park at the resort, but I don't know, it's not that far away. It's not thousands of dollars. It's not half of the price. So there's Disney, but with Disney, you do get every single thing included for the most part. Castaway Key is glorious. Like, it just looks like a dream come true, and it's Disney. It's top notch, top of the line, amazing. I will say, if we ever do Disney, we are for sure staying in an inside room, because I just can't afford it. And I mean, that was a 4-night cruise for $5,000, and we can go to Disney and do like dining plan and everything, I think, for under $5,000 for like 7 nights. So, it's expensive, but it's Disney. My next one is Norwegian. I think that's the next most expensive one I find from quoting. However, Norwegian offers awesome promos where you get like $50 deposits, plus you get to choose depending on the level you stay at. So if you stay on an inside room, you get to pick one. If you stay on a ocean view, you get to like 2 or 3. And then if you stay at balconies, it's like all 5. And you can basically choose from like free drink package, which is like a $700 value. You just have to pay the gratuities. Free extra dining, so the upgraded dining where you can eat at every single place and not have to worry about it, but you have to pay gratuities. Free or discounted airlines, free 3rd and 4th guest, free Wi-Fi, free shore excursion credit, so you get $50 per port per room. And they have some awesome itineraries. They go all over the place, so you know, that's cool. However, it does seem to be a little bit of an older crowd. Norwegian does have the anytime dining, so you don't have to make reservations and have like the fancy where you're sitting with people you don't know dining, which I think is really, really cool. Like it's freestyle, so it's like, I don't know. I like the fact that you don't have to be fancy because I'm not fancy. They have beautiful ships. However, they do have a lot of older ships, but they have 2 private islands, Harvest Cay and Great Stirrup Cay. These private islands though, like at Disney for Castaway Cay, you get off the ship and your drinks and food are included. These ones, they're not. So that's something to think about. That is an extra cost, you know, there's that. But you know, if you're on a budget, it's a great way to be able to afford to go on a cruise with a cheap $50 deposit and slowly pay over time. The next one is Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean, I think, is a perfect family cruise line. They have very great promos. If you can get a kid sail free, it's pretty darn cheap to go. They have really cool ships and very cool slides. Norwegian is getting there. Like they have some cool ships with like the rock wall, or not the rock walls, the like zip line courses. The Joy, I think it's the Joy, has the race cart. They have some cool slides and stuff like that. Royal has a they just have a lot of really cool stuff on their deck, like really cool slides. They have the wave runner, really, really cool stuff. Royal Caribbean also has their own island, Coco Cay, I don't know how they pronounce it. Perfect Day at Coco Cay, K is how they pronounce it. And they've just added this awesome thing to Coco Cay. It's like its own water park, really, really cool. I think if you're gonna do family and you can't afford Disney, Royal Caribbean should be it. If you're going on a couples cruise, I think Norwegian. And now finally, Carnival. If you are a fun family, if you're younger and a partier crowd, and I'm not saying like totally drunk, wasted people, but like it's just a fun cruise is Carnival. Like they have really cool stuff going on all the time. Like Norwegian, their shows and stuff are cool, but they're not at Carnival level. I think the shows and all that stuff at Carnival just seem on point. They seem really just there. Besides Royal Caribbean, the one I'm most excited to try next is Carnival. I really want to do a Carnival cruise. My goal in the next 2 years is to try every single cruise line. That's a main goal of ours, provided that Jeff and I can handle cruising okay. I'm a little bit nervous about the seasickness thing, but I feel that I'm selling them. I know a lot about them by doing research. I want to do personal research. So Carnival, and Carnival is affordable. They are very, very reasonably priced. And if you want to spend a little bit of extra money and go Carnival, go on the Mardi Gras. New ship looks amazing. Like I want to do that cruise line so bad, or that cruise ship so bad. They all kind of go to the same places, but Carnival does not have their own private island yet. They go to like some more like quieter islands, but they don't have their own private island yet. They have the Princess one, I forget what it's called. I'll try to remember. I'll try to write them down here. But for me, when I'm cruising, I want a private island. That's just what I want. We'll see how the kids do. The beauty of cruising is you can really save money. Like we'll do an inside room for our kids and we'll get a balcony, and that way they can see the balcony, but they can see it from our room and not when they're on their own and making me nervous. They do connected rooms, so you can have the rooms together. A lot of the cruise lines have kids only areas, kids babysitting type of things. Disney obviously is going to have top-notch Broadway style shows. I've heard Carnivals are a close second, if not sometimes right online. I don't think Norwegian is there yet. Royal, I actually haven't heard much about their shows, so we'll see. I think a lot of Royal Caribbean stuff is like their decks and stuff like that. So I don't know. That's my 2 cents on everything. I know, Aubrey. That's how I rank them. As always, if you want a quote, I'm happy to give you a quote. But that's my thoughts, and I'll let you know for sure as I go on each of these cruise lines, and I'll give a more in-depth review.